Stop the video. I need to ask you a question. How old are you? If you're anywhere near 40 and you have almost nothing saved for retirement, don't look away, because what I'm about to tell you is either going to terrify you or give you hope. Maybe both. You just turned 40. Happy birthday. Everyone's celebrating. Cake, candles, friends telling you 40 is a new 30. But that night when everyone leaves, you're alone in your room and something hits you. You pull out your phone. You open your retirement account. You stare at the number. $8,000. $8,000. You're 40 years old and you have $8,000 saved for retirement. You do the math. You need about $1.5 million to retire comfortably. You have less than 1% of what you need. You're 40. Retirement is 25 years away at age 65. And you just realize you're catastrophically behind. Your chest tightens. You can't sleep. The question loops in your head. Am I screwed? Let me give you the honest answer. It's not what you want to hear, but it's what you need to hear. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to do. If you're 40 or close to it and you're panicking about retirement, stay with me because I'm going to show you the brutal truth and the realistic path forward. My name is Mike and I make videos about how money actually works in real life. Quick disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice. This is the honest math and real strategies for people who started late. Talk to a professional about your situation. Here's the question everyone at 40 once answered. Am I screwed? And here's my honest answer. Yes and no. Yes, you're screwed if we're talking about the retirement you thought you'd have. Can you retire at 65 with $1.5 million and live comfortably without working? Probably not. That ship sailed. But no, you're not screwed if we're talking about having ANY retirement. Can you still build $500,000 to $800,000 and retire at 68 or 70 with dignity and security? Yes, absolutely. If you start right now and do what I'm about to show you, the retirement you planned is gone, but a retirement is still possible. And that's what this video is about. Now pause and hit that like button if you're 40 or close, and this is exactly where you are. Because what I'm about to show you is going to give you a real plan. Not BS motivation. Not false hope. A real plan. And make sure you subscribe because I'm making more videos specifically for people who started late, showing you exactly how to catch up. Let me show you why so many 40-year-olds are in this situation. It's not just you. The median retirement savings for Americans aged 40 to 44 is $14,500. You're not uniquely failing. You're exactly average. But average doesn't feel good when average means you're broke at retirement. So how did this happen? In your 20s, retirement felt a million years away. You were building your career, maybe changing jobs, maybe going back to school. Money was tight. You told yourself, I'll start saving seriously in my 30s. Then your 30s came. You got married, had kids, bought a house. Life got expensive. You meant to save, but there was always something else. And you told yourself, I still have time. I'll get serious in my 40s. Now you're 40. You check your retirement account, and you realize time is running out. The panic is real. And you're asking the question, is it too late? Here's what people don't tell you. Starting at 40 is hard. Really hard. But starting at 40 is infinitely better than starting at 50. Or never starting at all. You still have 25 to 30 years. That's enough time for compound interest to work. Not as powerfully as if you started at 25. But it still works. The question isn't whether you're behind. You are. The question is, what are you going to do about it right now? Stop and comment below. How old are you and how much do you have saved for retirement? Be completely honest. No judgment. I want to see where everyone actually is. Let me show you 4 scenarios for someone who's 40 with $8,000 saved. Scenario A, you give up. You tell yourself it's too late. There's no point. You stop trying. You live paycheck to paycheck for the next 25 years. At 65, you still have $8,000. Social Security becomes your only income. You work part-time at 70 because you can't survive on Social Security alone. This is a give-up scenario. And unfortunately, most people choose this one. Scenario B, you panic and try to save everything. You calculate you need to save $2,000 per month to hit $1.5 million by 65. You try it for 3 months. It's unsustainable. You're miserable. You burn out. You quit. You're back to scenario A. This is a panic scenario. And it doesn't work because it's not realistic. Scenario C, you get realistic. You cut your expenses and find $800 per month to invest. You start a side hustle and make an extra $300 per month. You invest $1,100 per month total. At 8% average return over 25 years, you'll have $580,000 at age 65. That's not $1.5 million, but it's $580,000. Combined with Social Security, you can retire at 68 instead of 65. You work 3 extra years, but you retire with dignity and security. This is a realistic scenario. Scenario D, you get aggressive and smart. You invest $1,000 per month from cutting expenses and increasing income. You downsize your house at 55 and invest a profit. You work until 68 instead of 65. You end up with $850,000 plus home equity. You retire comfortably, just later than you planned. This is the aggressive scenario, and it works if you commit. Which scenario are you going to choose? Comment below because this decision determines whether you retire or work until you die. Now let me break down the realistic math. You're 40. You have $8,000. You start investing $1,000 per month. At 8% average annual return, here's what happens. Year 1, you invest $12,000. Your account grows to $21,000. Year 5, you've invested $60,000 total. Your account is worth $81,000. Year 10, you're 50. You've invested $120,000. Your account is worth $196,000. You're not even halfway to retirement, and you already have almost $200,000. Year 15, you're 55. Invested $180,000. Account worth $371,000. Year 20, you're 60. Invested $240,000. Account worth $628,000. Year 25, you're 65. Invested $300,000. Account worth $987,000. You almost hit $1 million. At $1,000 per month starting at 40, you can build almost $1 million by 65. But here's the catch. Most 40-year-olds can't invest $1,000 per month. So let's be more realistic. You invest $600 per month. At 65, you'll have $592,000. Still over $500,000. You work 3 more years to 68. That grows to $747,000. You retire at 68 with $750,000. That's a real retirement. If you're still watching and this is giving you hope, hit that like button again and make sure you're subscribed because I'm showing you exactly how to find that $600 to $1,000 per month in the next videos. Now let me tell you about my friend Tom. Tom turned 40 with $6,000 saved. He called me at midnight, panicking. Mike, am I screwed? I have nothing. I wasted my 20s and 30s. Is it over? I told him the same thing I'm telling you. It's not over, but you have to act now. Tom made changes. He was spending $3,800 per month. He cut it to $3,000. That's $800 saved per month. He started freelancing on weekends. Made $400 per month extra. Total, $1,200 per month invested. 10 years later, Tom is 50. He has $280,000 in his retirement accounts. He's on track for $720,000 at 68. He won't retire at 65, but he will retire with dignity, with security, with options. Tom started late, but he didn't give up, and neither should you. Here's what you need to do starting today if you're 40 and behind. Step 1. Face the number. No more hiding. No more avoiding. Open your retirement account. Look at the number. Write it down. This is your starting point. You can't fix what you won't face. Step 2. Calculate your gap. How much do you actually need to retire? Not what some article says. What do you need based on your lifestyle? If you need $50,000 per year in retirement, you need about $1.25 million. If you can live on $40,000, you need $1 million. Figure out your real number. Step 3. Set a realistic monthly investment target, not what you wish you could save. what you can actually sustain for 25 years. Start with $400, then increase to $600, then $800, then $1,000. Don't start at $2,000 and burn out in 2 months. Start sustainable and increase over time. Step 4. Cut the big 3 expenses. Housing, transportation, food. You can't budget your way to wealth by skipping coffee. But you can make a massive difference by downsizing your house, driving a paid-off car, and cooking at home. Find $500 to $1,000 per month from the big 3. Step 5. Increase your income. You're 40. You have skills. You have experience. You have a network. Freelance. Consult. Side hustle. You don't need to make $5,000 extra per month. Just $300 to $500. That's doable. And it changes everything. Step 6. Adjust your retirement age. Retiring at 68 instead of 65 gives you 3 more years of contributions and growth. That's an extra $150,000 to $250,000. 3 years buys your retirement. Don't let pride about retiring at 65 keep you working at 75. Step 7. Automate everything. Set up automatic transfers to your retirement accounts the day after payday. Make it invisible. Make it non-negotiable. If you see the money, you'll spend it. Make it disappear first. Comment right now which step you're starting with. Seriously, make it public. Accountability matters. Here's what most people get wrong about starting at 40. They compare themselves to people who started at 25 and feel like failures. Stop. You're not competing with 25-year-old you. You're competing with 40-year-old you who gives up. The 40-year-old who starts today becomes a 65-year-old with $600,000. The 40-year-old who gives up becomes a 65-year-old with nothing. That's the only comparison that matters. Let me show you what's possible at different savings rates starting at 40. If you invest $400 per month for 25 years at 8%, you'll have $395,000 at 65. If you invest $600 per month, you'll have $592,000. If you invest $800 per month, you'll have $790,000. If you invest $1,000 per month, you'll have $987,000. Every $200 per month you can find adds about $200,000 to your retirement. That's the math. Now you decide how much you want. But here's the brutal truth nobody wants to say. If you're 40 and you can only save $200 per month, you're not going to have a comfortable retirement at 65. At $200 per month, you'll have $197,000 at 65. That's not enough. You'll need to work longer, live on less, or both. I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm saying it because you need to know the truth. $200 per month doesn't cut it at 40. You need minimum $600 per month. And you need to find a way to get there. If you're under 40 and watching this, smash that like button and learn from this. Don't be 40 with nothing saved. Start now. Even $300 per month at 30 becomes $1.1 million at 65. If you're over 40, also hit that like button because you're taking action today and that's what matters. Here's the mindset shift you need to make. You're not saving for retirement. You're buying your freedom. Every $1,000 you invest is buying you time. Time to stop working. Time to do what you want. Time to travel. Time to be with people you love. You're not sacrificing now for some abstract future. You're buying freedom. And freedom is worth a sacrifice. Let me tell you what happens if you wait. If you're 40 right now and you wait 5 more years to start, you'll be 45 with $8,000. To hit $600,000 by 65, you'll need to invest $1,400 per month instead of $600. Waiting 5 years doubled the monthly amount you need. If you wait until 50, you'll need $2,600 per month to hit $600,000. Most people can't do that, so they never catch up. The time to start is now, not next year, not when you get a raise. Now, your 65-year-old self is watching you right now. They are looking back 25 years to this moment when you were 40 and panicking, and they are either thanking you for starting or resenting you for giving up. They are either retired and comfortable or still working and struggling. That 65-year-old is you, and you're deciding right now which version you become. Here's the bottom line. If you're 40 with nothing saved, are you screwed? For the retirement you imagined, Yes, for having any retirement at all. No, you can't retire at 65 with $1.5 million, but you can retire at 68 with $700,000. You can have a dignified, secure retirement, just not the one you planned. And that's okay, because the alternative is working until you're 75 or 80 because you have no choice. That's worse. Way worse. The path forward is simple but not easy. Cut expenses to find $600 to $1,000 per month. Increase income through side hustles to add another $200 to $500. Invest it all. Automate it. Don't touch it. Work until 68 instead of 65. You'll end up with $600,000 to $800,000. Combined with Social Security, you can live, you can retire, you can stop working. It's not the dream, but it's real. And real beats fantasy every time. So tell me in the comments, how old are you? How much do you have saved? And are you starting today or giving up? Be honest. This is your moment. This is where you decide your future. And if this video just gave you a real plan instead of false hope, smash that like button one more time and subscribe because I'm making more videos showing you exactly how to execute this plan step by step. Let's build your retirement together. Starting right now. Even if you're starting late,